Welcome back to New Day Northwest. You know, one of the perks of living in this area is our access to world-class healthcare. We are really, really lucky. ECMO is a life support machine used when the heart and lungs need support, but I'm actually underplaying how much it saves lives. And Providence Swedish is one of the few hospitals in the state that has these machines and are trained in the ECMO procedure. Registered nurse Erin Lomas joins me to share more about this very, very important life-saving machine. So can you kind of explain more about what ECMO does and what it's used for?
Absolutely. So ECMO stands for Extracorporeal, which means outside the body, Membrane Oxygenation, which means that we use, looks like a little diamond, and it contains polypentine fibers, which allow us to directly oxygenate a patient's blood when their lungs and or their heart is not working. So there's a couple different modes for ECMO. We can support lungs, we can support failing hearts, and hopefully get people back home to their families.
Okay, so you just said when lungs and or heart, so both could not be working, and this incredible machine can keep you alive. So what patients need this? Like, what's going on with a person's body when this is needed?
That's a great question. So for patients who need this cardiac support when their heart is failing, oftentimes they've had a heart attack and their heart is stunned and it needs time to recover. So we can take over the work of their heart, we can pump blood to the rest of their organs, and we can buy them time for their heart to heal on its own with our support. For patients who need it for lung support, they might have had a really terrible case of pneumonia where their lungs just don't exchange oxygen and carbon dioxide like you and I are doing right now. So we're able to completely take over the work of their lungs, oxygenate them, remove carbon dioxide, and let them recover.
This is such a mind-blowing thing that we now have the ability to do this. I have a machine breathe for us. How did Providence Swedish become a center for ECMO treatment in Western Washington?
So in 2015, our Advanced Cardiac Support Service line was started, and it really would not have been possible without the generous donations from previous and current patients, from philanthropists and other community members through the Swedish Foundation. So that's how we received all of our initial funding. With that funding, we were able to send 3 nurses to the University of Michigan to attend their ECMO specialist training course. I was one of those people. And when we came back, we joined a multidisciplinary team that included our advanced heart failure cardiologists, of course with Dr. John Mignon, who's at the helm of that team, as well as our intensivists, our perfusion department pharmacists, and so many other people who joined together to make this program possible and continue to make it possible today.
It's like an army of ECMO.
It's a lot of people.
Physicians and providers. Wow. So is that what makes this so unique at Swedish?
Yeah, so one of the things, actually, fun fact about our program that makes us very unique, we're actually the first center in the United States to put a patient with COVID-19 on ECMO support. At the time, a lot of the case reports coming out of other countries were minimal to no survival, especially when ECMO was used. And that first patient ended up coming off ECMO and discharged from the hospital, which is very, very exciting. And we were able to offer that support for quite a few more patients after that. Another thing that I think makes us very unique is our survival rates are a lot higher than the Extracorporeal Life Support Organization reports. So ELSO is a group that collates international data from all ECMO runs from recognized ECMO centers. And our survival rate is about 58 to 75%, depending on the mode of ECMO and what's going on with the patient. ELSO reports about a 50% average, so we're quite a bit higher, and we're very proud of that.
Well, you should be. I mean, my goodness. So is that survival rate kind of one of the reasons why Providence Swedish ECMO program is nationally recognized for excellence? And can you tell us more about that?
Sure. So we actually are recognized by 2 different organizations. First, we're recognized by ELSO. We have a gold level Center of Excellence, and we're actually renewing our certification this year for that. Secondly, Det Norske Veritas, or DNV as we call them, is our certifying and accrediting body for Providence Swedish. So we were recently accredited as an ECLS Center of Excellence through about a year of work, very hard work, and a huge team effort that went into that certification. We're actually only the 3rd center in the nation to hold that certification and the 1st on the West Coast.
Nice.
So very exciting.
We only have about 30 seconds left. Can you tell us what the next steps are?
So next steps for this program are to hopefully grow and expand so that we can offer this service to more individuals in our community and even outside of our community from other locations around the state of Washington. And we can really only do that through teamwork and also through the continued support of the Swedish Foundation.
Thank you so much for coming and explaining this. This is incredible stuff. This is when someone is at their absolute worst, and you are saving lives. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
All right, and if you'd like to find out more information, just visit Swedish.org or contact the Providence Swedish Heart and Vascular Institute. There you go. Well, I have a question. When did M&Ms do more than just melt in your mouth? Apparently, one of our favorite candies is becoming a bit controversial, and when we come back, we're tackling that. Plus, the idea of having a backup spouse in case your relationship goes south. What? All this and more coming up next.
This portion of New Day Northwest is sponsored by Providence Swedish.